Now, I want to turn over to the book of Isaiah, chapter 53, and read verse 4. This verse is another picture of that goat taking upon himself the sins of the people and being punished for it. And as I said before, we're going to learn, if we can get rid of sin, get forgiven, get rid of sin, we get rid of sickness. Well, there's a direct connection. But at the same time, this is a picture of how God said, I will take away from you all sickness. Listen to what it says in Isaiah 53:4. Surely he, now this is referring to Christ, he has borne our griefs and carried our sorrows. In other words, most translations say it like this. He has taken up into his own body our sickness, our disease, and our pain, in order to carry them away from us. That's exactly what that scapegoat did back in Leviticus. The sins of the people were laid upon that goat, and he took them upon himself and was led out into the wilderness. Here, Christ is doing the same thing. Now listen to what it says. Surely he's borne our sickness, our pain, our diseases, and our infirmities. Yet we did esteem him stricken and smitten of God for sin. You see, sin, the wages of sin is death. In other words, those people that saw Christ being crucified a lot of them thought that he was being punished by God for sin. And he was being punished for God for sin. He was being punished by God for sin. Let me say that again. But it was for our sin. He was afflicted, just like that goat was, for our sin. He took upon himself into his own body the wounds, the bruises, because it goes on to say, the same thing that sickness causes, in Isaiah 53:5, but he was wounded for our transgressions. That goat was led out into the wilderness for Israel's transgressions. Christ was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised. His body was put to pain. His mind was put to torment because of our iniquities. He was being punished so that we could have peace. The punishment for our sin was upon him. See? It's not just an act that it went through. It was upon him. The pain was upon him. We'll see that in just a minute. He was being punished so that we could have health. Because with his wounds, listen to what it says, because of his wounds, we are healed. So, the punishment for our sin was sickness and pain in the body. We're going to look at that all through the Bible. Sin causes sickness and pain in our body. But he was wounded. His body was put to pain because he was innocent. He took our guilt, our punishment, and because of the wounds in his body, we are healed.